All I need is whiskey, Texas, and you.
Hey, Chuck Wimer, Thomas Jones. Welcome to third episode of Whiskey Wednesday on Whiskey, Texas, and you. We get a little extra content went out this week. We had Music Business Monday and Tech Tip Tuesday with you, and that was kind of fun. We'll see how those work out. We'll try those out and keep it going if people are enjoying.
Excited.
It. Yeah, me too. But we're gonna do a few things today. We're gonna review Fireball because every 21-year-old seems to always want to get excited about Fireball. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. We did a chocolate whiskey last time. We're doing a cinnamon whiskey this time. I feel like you knocked over a flight attendant to get these.
You said knocked over or knocked out?
Knocked over. It's not as bad as I remember it. I remember having it before, and
people mixed a lot of weird stuff with it.
I think it's probably better warm than it is cold.
It's weird cold.
Yeah,
it's like a syrupy quality.
Yeah, and you can kind of feel that syrup that it's a little bit too thick. But as far as the whiskey goes, it's not bad.
It's kind of on par with like a lot of these other like low proof, like flavored blended whiskeys that I've come in contact with.
Yeah, I'm seeing it more like a supercharged schnapps.
Yeah.
So you're going to be reviewing a song for us today. What song are you reviewing?
It's Drunk As It Takes by Jarrett Reddick.
Okay. Well, what did you think of the song?
I like the song. I really like the intro. I thought the instrumental was really nice. And it was funny because I didn't know a lot about this artist before I listened to it. My first thought was in the chorus, it kind of had an alternative rock vibe. And then Jamie let me know that it was actually the lead singer from Bowling for Soup. He's now converted to Texas country music, and
I'm a big fan of that band.
Yeah,
it's in my my pre-show palate cleanser playlists.
Nice.
Yeah. So, what do you think? What were the high points on it?
I definitely like the intro, the instrumentals, and I definitely like the interesting use of kind of some alternative rock themes in the melody. But it was still country.
Yeah,
still Texas country vibe.
One of the things that I did like about this, and I know everybody is super high up on Coetzel, but I thought this was a little bit closer of that blend of alternative and country than what you get from Co. Co's doing his own thing, but I like this blend.
Well, alternative rock is kind of like a huge genre as well, right?
It is.
So like maybe, I think Coetzel's alternative. I think he's his own thing though, for sure.
Yeah, and we have alt country too, so maybe that's what this falls into. I'm not sure.
Alt country, nice.
All right.
That's our weekly song review with Thomas and Chuck.
All right, I think you had one more thing that you were going to do for us. What's that?
Throw it on the wall, Jamie.
Coming in at number 1 on the Texas Regional Radio Report is Curtis Grimes, followed by James Land, Bree Bagwell, Randy Rogers Band, and Wade Bowen. On the Texas Country Music Chart, coming in at number 1 is Wade Bowen, followed by Randy Rogers Band, Curtis Grimes, John Stork, and James Land. And on the Texas Internet Radio Chart, coming in at number 1 is Robert Ray, followed by Chuck Wimer, Curtis Grimes, Holly Tucker, and Daryl Dodd. Be sure to get out there and support live music this week. Definitely check out a Chuck Wimer and Thomas Jones show.
Jamie, thank you for putting that up on the wall for us. We appreciate you. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is something about the music business is if you are scheduled to book a gig, make sure that it lines up in your calendar. If your calendar is not with you when you're booking that gig, tell them you will let them know as soon as you have an idea, because there's nothing worse for somebody who's booking a venue to find out a week, 2 weeks, 15 minutes before you're supposed to be there that you're not going to show up because you're stuck somewhere else. Now, I have a pretty good relationship with a number of venues and a number of the booking agents out there, and that's one of the biggest complaints they have and that they tell me is I get tired of having to fill something at the last minute that was already pre-planned and it was already set up. You know, they were ready, they were already doing their advertising, and then all of a sudden they have to change everything because that person's not going to be there, and now they have to change the whole graphic and everything. So that's my tip for you. Do it right. Commit to what you're going to commit to and show up when you say you're going to show up. If you have extenuating circumstances that are going to prevent you from being somewhere, by all means, let the venue know, hey, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't get out of it. I am stuck. But if you planned your vacation at the wrong time, or you've got the 8th flat tire that has happened every time you're trying to go out to this venue, you might want to look at possibly finding something that you can get to, because that venue may not want to book you again.
Yeah.
And that's a bummer, because that's cutting into your pocket.
It's hard, man. You only get so many chances.
All right. What do you got for us, Thomas?
Well, I want to talk about how we should show up to gigs, which is on time, which actually means early, and prepared. That means for band shows about 3 hours earlier, and for solo shows about an hour early. That gives you time to accommodate for things like maybe the venue has like a power issue. Yeah. We encountered that one time in Killeen with your band, and we were there early enough where we could figure it out. Things like that. I mean, really, audience members don't really care why, if you're late starting, and they remember that. And it's our job to kind of put in enough time to pad for that and things like that. So I think I'll see a lot of people that could use some more preparation when preparing for shows, making sure your equipment's good, not the day of, earlier in the week. You get a show on Friday, so maybe Tuesday go through your equipment, make sure everything's good. Yeah. And kind of my tip for the week.
So show up on time. And show up when you say you're going to show up.
And
I think that's good stuff right there.
Be prepared.
I can't imagine we need anything else for this show right here. So we do want to thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah.
Be sure to like, subscribe, share the video with a friend if you think that, if you know somebody in the music business and this might be helpful to them. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week. And don't forget, if you treat your dreams like a hobby, they're just going to be dreams.
All I need is whiskey, Texas.